Hi, this is Brian with the Superior Auto Institute. Today we're going to talk about glue pulling. We use glue pulling for large dents, hail, you name it. Anytime we can't get a tool behind a dent or shrink it down, hail damage by far is one of the most popular reasons. I myself have been doing PDR for over 22 years. I'm still a tech. I still help out with some of our field techs. We'll occasionally go out and handle a hailstorm. I also have students come in and we teach them advanced glue pulling every week. Anyway, here's some of the properties of glue pulling that you can attempt and attack. Soft dents, which is probably one of the more better candidates for glue pulling. Easy, nice soft dents, pop out nice and easy with the glue. Sharp dents, probably not so much because you've got so much depth, the glue will not usually pull up a sharp dent. Creases, same thing. If it's a deep crease, glue is not going to be a good candidate, but if it's a softer crease, you do have a shot of getting some progress and shrinking it down. Maybe finish up with a tool. Body lines, too strong. Not going to happen, so skip body lines for glue pulling. Hail, absolutely. When you have hail damage in the roof rails or double metal where you can't get in with a tool, glue pulling, or they're going to be painting it. So you want to get paid, do your glue pulling on your rails and some of your hail stuff. Oversized dents out here in California and on the West Coast, one of the most popular reasons we use glue pulling because it's so effective on oversized dents. Okay, a couple things about glue pulling. First of all, you want to glue pull on factory paint. If you don't know how to identify factory paint, hit up YouTube. But factory paint is a must. If you're going to pull on repainted panels with filler or without filler, you're taking your life into your own hands. You might be pulling up some paint. Second of all, cracks and chips. Big no-no. If you're going to pull on a strong dent, you're not pulling on the metal, you're pulling on the paint to pull the dent out. First the paint adheres to the metal. So if you get a crack or a chip, you start pulling that paint, guess what? If the crack or chip lifts, it could be trouble. So don't do that. Okay, next part of the video, we're going to go through and talk about supplies. Okay, now we're at the equipment portion. We're going to talk about what you use for your glue pulling. First of all, the most important thing when you do glue pull is to prep. You got to get any contaminants off the paint. You want to be pulling on raw paint. So wax and grease remover is what you have to use. This is one brand of many. Get yourself some good wax and grease remover. Second of all, you're going to need yourself a glue gun. High temp, large stick glue gun is going to do the job. You're going to need some glue. We have our own in-house black dent glue, which is pretty good stuff. We also use good old Walmart glue that you can get at any Walmart in the hobby section. This stuff's probably the Hale and the Pro PDR Tech's favorite. We have our advanced glue, which is for warm weather, and you'll see a host of other glues. That's the best glue that, like I said, that'll get you covered. Glue pull tabs, which you're going to be putting into the dent to pull the dent out. We got round, we got crease shape, small, any concoction you need there for different shapes of dents. And then we have our extra large collision size crease strips. These are excellent for large creases and body style damage and do a great job. Now, after you get your glue, you got your gun, you got your tabs, you're going to need something to actually do the glue pulling with. We have the T-puller, which is for pulling on dents by hand. We have the slide hammer, which is by far my favorite and most PDR tech's favorite because you can modulate either soft or strong. And lastly, this is a product called the dent lifter. I'm not a fan of it. It's kind of just a contraption that just, I don't know, like I said, it's a gimmick in my opinion, but you can use a dent lifter as well. We have alcohol here, which is the releasing agent for the glue when you do glue pulling. Denatured alcohol is what we use. We have water here for cooling off and quenching the dents quicker, which we'll show you in our demonstration, and a hammer and a tap down. Besides that, you're good to go. Okay, now we're going to go to the demonstration part. Okay, here we have our first demonstration. We're going to do a large soft dent in this back door of a Silverado door here. I'm going to use our prep saw, spray the dent area, wipe it down with a clean paper towel. One more time. I keep using a clean piece of the towel so I don't recontaminate. Now I'm going to get our glue gun with a pull tab that will fit inside of that dent area. I don't ever want to glue outside the perimeter of the dent. I want to fill the dent to the edge with glue. So here I am putting the glue on the tab, spreading it evenly and liberally. Now I'm going to stick the tab in the center of the dent. I'm not going to push too hard to shove the glue out. Just want to hold it here so it doesn't run down. Now it's set up. I'm going to hook the glue to the outside of the tab for more pulling power. All right, notice this tab has little holes drilled in it too to let the glue perforate even more for more pulling power. Okay, there we go. All right, so the glue tab is set up, it's glued. Now to speed up this video, and normally we would use water when it's hot outside, but I'm going to help this glue cure even faster. I'm going to put water on it. This is going to help the glue set up. Glue drying time is key. Too much and the tab pulls out of the glue, not enough and the glue pulls off the panel. Alright, that feels pretty good. Just a little bit more. It's good. Now I'm going to grab our slide hammer, because that's what we use when we're doing our big dents. Hook it over the top, wash my fingers. I'm pulling perpendicular to the panel, straight perpendicular. Okay, here we go. Nice pull. Looking at that, that actually looks like it pulled out almost the whole way with that first tug. So as you can see, the glue bit got a nice pull. I'm going to grab the alcohol right now. Alcohol is the releasing agent. Let me see if I can catch an edge here. It's coming up real good, so it should come off shortly. I'm very liberal with the alcohol, getting underneath the pull tab. I don't like using scrapers because you scratch the paint. I'd rather use my fingers. Just got it all the way up. There we go. Beautiful. Pretty much flat. Very nice. A little extra glue will pull up there. Okay, here we have a fist-sized dent in a Jaguar quarter panel. I'm going to prep it with the Prep-Sol wax and grease remover. One more time. Use a new piece of towel here. Don't want to contaminate it. That's good. Now, because this dent is so big, I'm going to use a couple different pull feet. Make sure that I keep my glue within the dent using the light. I'm not going to go out past the shadow. I'm going to bring the glue and hook it over my pull foot a little bit. I'm going to add one more tab. Since I'm not going to pull these at the same time, I don't want the glue to actually touch and connect, because then I'd have to pull, I'll end up pulling one of the tabs off when I do one of the pulls, and I want to pull them separately. Okay, there's all the glue. Okay, now, in the interest of time, I'm going to use the water to quench this. This is going to speed up the drying and curing time. Touching it, still a little gummy. Add a little more water. The bottom one feels pretty good. Do the top one a little bit. Feels good, nice and gummy, but not too sticky. That's key for getting good pull power. I'm going to pull the bottom one first, straight perpendicular to the panel. Here we go. You come over here and look in the light. There's no shadow outside the light. Looks like we pulled this pretty flush, maybe a little bit high. I'm going to pull the next one now. Perpendicular to the panel. Tab pulls off, but you could hear we had a nice snap on it, so I probably pulled most of that dent. The reason the tab pulls out of the glue is it means it cured just a little too much. And that's because we used a lot of water and it dried up pretty fast. So now we're going to use the denatured alcohol to get it to come back. So, I'm going to pull this off. Very liberal with your denatured alcohol. Got an edge. Got an edge. And look at that. Bottom one looks perfect. Top one's just a little wavy. Okay, so let's recap what we've done. We've talked about what glue pulling is about. We've talked about the associated equipment that you use for different types of dents. We've done 2 demonstrations. We've done one on the Silverado door, which was the standard soft dent, the baseball size dent, which was usually bigger than most stuff you'll probably be glue pulling. And then we also did the demonstration on the green Jaguar, which was the 5th large dent in the quarter panel, which you saw that thing come out almost complete too, with relatively simple pulls. A couple things. The key to those pulls was primarily prep. The dent was prepped correctly. We didn't shortcut that. Secondly, the glue pull, the setup time of the glue, I should say. So you noticed I used water in both those. You don't have to use water. We did that because we're videoing. But if you let it air dry normally, you want to get it so it's a little bit tacky, but the glue's not pulling off in your finger, and it's not too hard that there's no tackiness at all. If it over dries, like I said, it's going to pull off. If it under dries, the pulpit's going to pull out of the glue. Okay. If you have any questions at all, feel free to call us. We're here to help you out. That's why we did this DVD. Our toll-free number is 888-992-3464. My name is Brian, and thanks for watching.